Here are the top 10 changes to the SAT in 2024. Now let me preface all this to say that I'm by nature a bit of a skeptic. So when I heard the SAT was going digital, I immediately thought it was going to be a disaster, and I questioned how they would interact with the text and apply key test-taking strategies. But the more time I've spent working on our new curriculum based on all the changes to the test, the more I've become a fan of the new format. But without further ado, let's jump in. Number 1. Previously, there were 4 sections on the SAT: reading, writing and language, which together produced a combined score referred to as the evidence-based reading and writing, math non-calculator, and math with calculator. In the new digital SAT, there are only 2 sections: reading and writing, and math. Number 2, in the paper and pencil version of the test, the reading section was worth 25% of the student's composite score, writing and language was also worth 25%, math non-calculator was only worth 17%, and math with calculator carried the most weight at 33%. In the new digital format, the reading and writing section is worth 50% of the student's composite score, similar to how the reading section and the writing and language section together were worth 50% of the composite score as the evidence-based reading and writing score, and math is still worth 50% of the composite score. Now onto some of the nitty and gritty differences. Number 3, for the math section, in the previous format, some of the questions, especially the 2-part questions, could get a bit wordy. In the new digital format, the questions are a bit more direct, which is nice. And you don't have to worry about the 2-part questions that were sometimes dependent, meaning if you got the first question wrong, you were essentially doomed on the second question. Number 4, in the previous format, the reading section consisted of 5 fairly lengthy passages, each of which was followed by 10 to 11 questions. Similarly, the old writing and language section consisted of 4 longer passages, each of which was followed by 11 questions. In the new digital format, students will answer 1 question per shorter text, which I really like. Number 5, the previous format was exactly 3 hours long: 65 minutes for the reading section, 35 minutes for the writing and language section, 25 minutes for the math non-calculator section, and 55 minutes for the math with calculator section. The new format is 2 hours and 14 minutes long: 32 minutes for each of the 2 reading and writing modules, and 35 minutes for each of the 2 math modules. Number 6, in the paper and pencil format, students could write on the test booklet to work out problems. Now students can write on scrap paper that's provided to work out problems. They can also utilize some of the digital tools if they like to highlight anything or make notes. Number 7, in the previous format, everyone taking the test on the same day had the exact same question. The new digital SAT, however, is adaptive. The amount of time you have per module is the same across all students, and the first module of each of the 2 sections, reading and writing and math, is the same for all students, containing a variety of easy, medium, and difficult questions. How the student performs on the first module determines the level of difficulty on the second module. Number 8, in the previous format, students had 2 breaks: a 10-minute break after the first section, reading, and a 5-minute break after the third section, math non-calculator. In the new digital format, students will have 1 break, 10 minutes long, between the 2 sections. Number 9, we all know that the previous format was paper and pencil and the new format is digital. But who provides the device? According to College Board's website, schools provide the device for the April test day administration. For Saturday test dates, you can either bring a personal or school-managed Windows laptop or tablet, personal or school-managed Mac laptop or iPad, or school-managed Chromebook. Note that personal Chromebooks aren't permitted. If you don't have a device, College Board recommends you borrow one from your school, a family member, or a friend, so you can download the testing application Bluebook and get familiar with the device. If you don't have access to a device and cannot borrow one from your school or family member, College Board may be able to lend you a device to use on test day. You'll want to make sure you request a device at least 30 days before test day to allow for shipping. Note that submitting a request does not guarantee that College Board will provide you with a loaned testing device. And number 10, I do like some of the digital features available, like being able to eliminate answer options so students can easily apply process of elimination. I also like that you can flag questions for review. That way, when you finish going through all the questions, you can easily go back to the ones you were uncertain on to get a second look at them. You can also use the Desmos Graphing Calculator. Those are the top 10 changes to the SAT in 2024. And remember, you got this.